Hello and welcome to an inventory video. I am going through my clothing inventory because I am coming out of massive depressive episode where I was not maintaining my business very well, and now that I am on the mend, I am consolidating and going through my inventory and filling holes and also making sure everything is listed because, as I just mentioned, that was not a priority for the last half of last year. So this year we're starting things off fresh and good. This box over here is actually a whole bunch of inventory that I recently listed. This is the first box we're going through. Don't worry, I didn't do any more inventory consolidation since the last video. I will link that last video up above if you're interested in watching it. Basically me dumping these boxes out, going through making sure all the numbers are there. If they're not, putting numbers on this stuff and putting it back in the box. And I only have an entire wall of boxes to do still. So, you know, I'll be doing this a while. So this is 174 to 193. Now, the reason why this box had so many numbers in it is because I had a bunch of ties in this box when I originally made it, because I love buying and reselling ties. They take up no space. They're lightweight. They're normally really cheap. That is not what's in this box now. This box is a little overcrowded. I'm also giving myself the grace to change the numbers on the box if I need to, because I've already emptied out a couple of boxes as it is. These are the larger numbers, so once I finish with the new inventory, I will be marrying some of the older inventory over. So 174, I'm also going to go through, and some of this inventory I know needs to be put up on a mannequin and having photographs taken. This is one of the items. It is a vintage piece, personal. This is 175. I don't know where 174 is, but I definitely need to pull that out so I can photograph it. Oh, here's 174 is a Smiley Market t-shirt. There's that. This is 175. I know I have to put that somewhere. This is that polka dotted skirt that I've realized was not actually in my inventory. Like, it wasn't listed at all. So I took it out of my inventory, rephotographed it, and put it back into my inventory. So I did relist this. That's perfect. That's one of the items I found out that wasn't listed anywhere. 177, this is a new item that I just listed. I have a 178. Does not look like I have a 178 at all. All right, so 178, 179. Doesn't look like I have that either. 178, 179, 180. Oh, here we do have a 180. So this is a Old Navy little kids toddler reversible vest. There's that. 181. Man, I'm missing a lot from here. So it looks like I'm missing a lot from this box, and it's also looking like I'm not going to be able to add stuff to this box because of how full it is. So, you know what I need? I need a pen and paper, because that would allow it so I can, you know, not have to try to remember all the numbers I'm missing. 1 second, I'll be right back. Got my handy dandy notebook here. Can you tell I watched Blue's Clues as a kid? All right, 178 and 79, right? So 178, 179. All right, do we have 181? We do not. 181. We do have 182 here. Grand. 183. I love how this is basically a video of me counting. 83, 184. Okay, anyway. 185, I have this. 186. 187. 188 Kuji piece that I still managed to have. 188, 189, 190. It's another new listing. Now this box is already kind of full, and I'm missing 4 items, and then I have this one piece I took out because I have to rephotograph it. So what I think I'm gonna do is cut this here at the 190 because that's a nice even number. And I'm gonna have to remove this off. So this is my first box I'm actually getting to like just redo, which I think is really cool. And you know, I just take this off and then I'm gonna put a new blank white label on and with the numbers. So this is a box, I'm gonna, you know, use the pen and paper. Perfect, 190, all right. I still have stuff, so this is very cool. Also, I've mentioned this before in other videos, all of my inventory boxes have cedar chips inside of them, have like either a ring or a ball, because I do resell a lot of wool, linen, and silk items. And it just, I know everything's in bags, but you know, more is more, because some of these items have been in my inventory for literal years. So, literal years. So I'm going to go put this on a hanger, get out the wrinkles, rephotograph this on Karen, and I'm going to pull some items from this box and fill these number holes. This is really cool. Also, it feels really nice. I don't know about the rest of y'all. I actually kind of like doing this because I really love organizing stuff. I thought always thought it would be really cool to be like a personal organizer. But that would require me having to sell myself. That sounds wrong. Market myself? I mean, I guess I could have just done that on YouTube. I don't know. I like organizing stuff. I like cleaning. I like really meaning, like I like cooking. I like doing laundry. I like folding clothes. I don't know. Maybe I was born to be a housewife. Cannot recommend if you've been reselling for a while to go through your inventory. So this item that I pulled to take photographs of because I wanted to have it on a mannequin. This is listed on Poshmark and Etsy and is not listed on eBay. So I will just use Vindu to fix that because I can just pull the listing from either Poshmark or Etsy and then just put it onto eBay. So yeah, that's fun. But this box is done now. So now I have a new box. This is 174 and a 190. I'm gonna go put this upstairs and grab another box now. But again, this definitely was something I needed to do. So good for me. Next box. First thing we're gonna have to do is take the label off because, you know, I'm consolidating the inventory and we just had to change the numbers in the last box. So I'll probably be pulling all the numbers off from now on, which is fine. That's the whole reason I have these labels, is to make it easy to take on and off. So best way to do this is just dump it out. All right, so this one is starting with 191, which is this A&M, Texas A&M Adidas piece, which I'm surprised still has not sold. 191. 192, also surprised this hasn't sold yet. This was a really cool vintage, like Cabin Creek button front shirt for women. It has a really cool pattern on it. Again, maybe it's just because that's what I like to wear and I find it interesting. Maybe I'm alone in that. This is, so I have 4 items here, all with the same number, all say 193, and that is because this is a multi-variation listing on eBay. So when I was at FlipCon, I found a bunch of the Pride halter tops in varying sizes. I have large 4X, 3X, and 2X. So that's why all of these have the same number on them, is because it's one listing, but it's different sizes. So I just put all the same number on them, so that way I wouldn't get confused. So these all go in here. All right, and then 194 would be the first number in this new box, which watch me not be able to find. That would be hilarious. Look, it's a squishmallow. Okay, so 194. Ooh, this is also something I need to rephotograph. This is a tie. This is probably one of the oldest ties that I have in my inventory. And that is because this is probably one of the first ties I ever tried listing, and it has not sold. And the reason why it has not sold is because I did not know how to properly photograph and describe ties when I first started reselling. So I'm going to pull this out and fix this listing for sure, because now that I can do this better, I can take better photographs and just fix this. That definitely needs to get fixed. So I'm going to pull the listing down for that and completely do it. So that I'm pulling out to redo. I'm also fixing stuff. So I'm doing this not only just to make sure that, you know, filling all the holes in my inventory, but I also need to fix stuff. 195, that was 194, 196. Is there 196? There is. So this is a dress. I can't remember if this is something that Melissa gifted me or if it's something I picked up at the bins in California. It's a really pretty, like, boho peasant dress. 196. I have no idea why that hasn't sold yet. It's really cute. Here's a squishmallow. I don't really sell a whole lot of plush on eBay. Normally it sells on Whatnot. I also don't buy a lot of plush, but I do pick it up when I'm at the bins. So this is just a little donut plushie, 197. 198 is next. Do I have that? All right, I think we found our first missing one. Yes, okay, so that one is missing. Okay, so 198, 199. This is an Eileen Fisher piece. It's a sweater that will also eventually sell. That's gonna go right there. 200. This is an Adriana Papel top. I believe this was gifted to me by Melissa. I listed this because it's very dark academia. It's also really nice. So there's that. I'm going to keep that. 200, 201, pair of seersucker shorts. Those will probably sell in the summer. 202, another vintage button front. More than happy to hold on to that. 203, Chico's Travelers. So I used to have a saying on this channel that I don't really pick up Chico's very often. The only Chico's I picked up was Chico's Travelers, and that's because Chico's Travelers traveled into and out of my store very quickly. It is no longer doing that. So now, as far as Chico's goes, the only pieces of Chico's that I have, besides ones that are old, if I were to pick up Chico's, it has to be linen, silk, wool, or it has to be a really interesting style, or gifted to me by one of you guys, or find it at the bins, because then it's really cheap. But I will no longer pay retail price for Chico's Travelers. So 203, 204. Also surprised this hasn't sold. This is a really cool vintage 90s, no fear, Hawaiian button front with surfboards on it. This is like super 90s. Really cool. Have no idea why that hasn't sold yet. I'm sure if I could get my brother to model that, it would have sold already. But he lives 4 hours away from me, so that's probably never gonna happen. Here is a Kill la Kill t-shirt, which is an anime. 205, 206. This is a jacket, I believe. Denim jacket by Crete. 206. This one is getting kind of full. And I still have one thing that I have to put in here. All right, I think this is the end of this box. What number is that? 206? Yeah, I think that's good. All right, so I'm going to, this is gonna stay out because my light box is not here right now. So I will put that in my camera bag to take with me to do that. And I'm gonna go, okay, this one is going to be the new 198 to put in here. I'm gonna go change that in my inventory, in my eBay listing, and I'll be right back for the next box. I feel like I'm accomplishing something today. That's nice. Be right back. Next box. Again, first thing we're gonna do is rip this off because that's not what's gonna be in here anymore. Everything gets dumped out. Brilliant. All right, 206, we've done 207. So this is a pair of corduroy, oh, this is a corduroy skirt. 207, that'll sell. I love picking up corduroy. 208, this is from the big vintage buy I did. It is a set from the 70s. Really beautiful, like, you know what? You know why this hasn't sold? If I put coquette in this, it should sell. I put cottagecore in there, but I should also put coquette in there. Okay, I'm gonna leave that out of the box just so I can remember to do that. This is a Burton piece, which is a snowboarding brand. Hasn't sold. I found this at the bins. I have no idea why that hasn't sold yet. 209. I need 210. Do we have a 210? I do not think we do. It does not look like we have a 210, so, all right. 210. 211 we do have. This is Swedish Fall, which is a cheerleading brand. They gave this to me to do an Instagram post like forever ago. I don't like the way it fits around my neck. Again, I have sensory issues, but I did the post. So yeah, 211, 212. 212. Do I not have two? Oh, there it is. This is something, it's a Coldwater Creek jacket that my aunt gave me. It's really pretty, so that's why I decided to list it. It was free to me, so that can stay in my inventory because it was free to me and I've already done the effort to list it. 213. This is some kind of, oh, Life is Good. So this is a Life is Good quarter zip. That will sell eventually. This is another of the blouse and skirt sets from the big vintage buy I did. This one is not coquette, so it'll just stay as it is. It's 214. I have since learned that those sets, it's better to sell them as separates. They sell faster, or at least one piece will sell faster. I have like 25 cents into that whole set, so I'm not, it can just stay there until it eventually sells. They do sell. They just, like all vintage, take the right buyer. So I'm missing 215 as well. 216 is this Box Lunch Naruto sweatshirt. Box Lunch is a mall store that does media tie-in clothing. This is Corette Petite, something else I got from my aunt, so this is free to me. I'm gonna keep that. 218. This is a skirt. Again, I've talked about how selling them separately. I already sold the shirt to this skirt, which again, selling them separately seems to work better than selling them as a set. So 18, 19, 219 is missing. And then we have 220. This is something I need to pull out of my inventory as well because I want to put this on a hanger and photograph this on the mannequin. This is Odili, which I paid like 50 cents for this shirt at an estate sale. Actually, I don't even think it was 50 cents. The lady charged me like $80 for like 4 bags of clothes. This was an estate sale person that called me to come out to buy as much clothing as I wanted that was remnants left over from an estate sale in Smithfield, which was amazing. I filled my car for like $80. And it was when I still had my car and not the Bronco, or I would have bought way more stuff. But it was amazing. They had really good stuff, but that was from that sale. And so I have very little into this. Odili doesn't exist anymore because it was an Anthropologie house brand. But this is going to go on the mannequin because I think that's all that needs to actually get this sold, because it's just a nice basic button front shirt. So pull that out as well. I still have plenty of space in here, so we'll keep going. That's 220. 221 is a pair of vintage Eddie Bauer jeans. These will stay in here. Ooh. Kind of killed all the rest of the space in this box though. 221, 222. Here, let's move that over. This is 222. This is just a basic top. It's green. This is an REI co-op t-shirt for women. What is that one? That's 222. How many spaces do I have to fill? I have 3. And so this box looks kind of full now, and I've already pulled 2 things out to fix those listings. So I think we're going to be good with this. So this is 222. So 222 is the last one in here, and I don't remember what the first item in here was. 207, I believe, was the first item in here. Yes, 207. So 207 to 222. I'm going to go put the Odili piece on the mannequin. I'm going to change that personal set listing. And then I will be back, and I don't know, maybe one more box. We'll see how I feel when I get all this crap done. I'll be right back. Next box. Again, first thing we do is take the numbers off the front, although I haven't had to do that for this box yet, so it's not quite as easy to do it as the other box. Or not at all. Apparently the answer is no. I don't get to take the numbers off of this box. Come on, buddy. Well, that's good enough. We'll just put a sticker over top of it. It'll be fine. It's fine. Oh, beautiful. All right. So, 223, this is a pair of 90s Legate jeans. So there is that. 223, 224. This is a vintage pencil skirt in a very pink and white fabric from the big vintage buy, so I have almost nothing into that. 225. 225, found you. Land's End polo. This is vintage, made in the USA. I got this at a estate sale. These sell slowly, but they sell. 35. Is that 35? 25. Skipping ahead. 226. This is Islander piece from my aunt Diane, so this is free to me. That can stay. 227. Beautiful pink. Again, I'm pulling this out so I can put Coquette on it. That needs to have Coquette on it. 228. Dead Stock Cottagecore sweatshirt. I think it's Dead Stock. It's Russ Studio. Russ is a vintage brand that I like to pick up when it has interesting pieces, because I have bought and sold many a Russ piece. 229. Vintage United States sweater. It's green. It's a unisex piece. $2.30. Bonobos, I got this at the Diversity Power Hour, so I have $1 into this. I just wanted to try the brand because I know that Lori Tata talks about this brand all the time. It hasn't sold yet, so there's that. $2.30, $2.31, another vintage piece. I picked this up at the bins. Really beautiful, like open front, like lightweight thing. I thought this was pretty. $2.31, $2.32, another thing that I'm surprised hasn't sold yet. Very 90s Saved by the Bell vibes. This is a modern piece though. It's called Good Vibes, Life is a Beach. Again, another piece, just like the No Fear shirt that I'm surprised hasn't sold because the style is there. This is a BKE Athletic Fit Pearl Snap. Also surprised this hasn't sold. $2.34 seems to be missing. All right, this box is starting to look a little full, especially if I put that coquette piece back in. I think maybe I can fit everything else in here. $2.35, this is green, which is why I picked it up. I think I got this at the bins, so not a whole lot into it. That can stay there. $2.36 is also missing. Oh, say. So because I have to put 2 more numbers in here, and this is already full, and this I pulled out to fix the listing, I think that's it for this box. So especially since all the things that I have to put in this box are kind of large, so I don't know if this is gonna work. Because everything I have, like all the new inventory I have to put in there is all like thick sweaters. So I think I'm gonna have to pull this out, 35, and then not have the 36. So just 234. I think that's what we're gonna have to do because everything in here is like a thick sweater and I don't have enough room because I already gonna have 1 thick sweater in this thing. Okay, so these LEI pants that I just listed are gonna be 234. I'm gonna go fix this listing so it says coquette on it. And I think that's done for the video. I mean, that's 4 boxes I did. Definitely needed to do this. Thank you guys for watching this. I hope this was interesting or maybe encourage some of you to go through your own inventory. It is a process and it does take a while, but definitely needed to do this. As you guys can tell from how many mistakes and things missing I have found. I haven't even finished the second row yet. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I can count 7 rows. Well, I have 6.5 rows basically. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Until then, bye.